A super rare Chevy Wagon with wood on the side, a Fox body Mustang convertible with a stick shift, a second-gen Camaro that's got some Bondo issues, and a Pinto with two lucky horseshoes. Let's go to the yard.
Okay, here's something really unusual to find at a wrecking yard these days, especially a self-service yard. It's even got the original blue license plate on the front. This is a 1972 Chevy Kingswood station wagon with the faux wood paneling on the side. You don't see a lot of 70s woody wagons popping up at wrecking yards these days. It actually popped up this morning, so someone's already got the motor out of it. The Junkyard might have even pulled it out. And according to the old support right here, it had a 400 two-barrel, so one of the bigger small blocks. Coming around here, the door actually will not open, so it's stuck. But someone did get the steering column out of it already. There's even a Oldsmobile hubcap right there. Most of the stuff's gone, the radio and everything. Generally, these cars come here, and like a lot of times the employees will strip them before they go out because they know what's sellable online. But that might have been the case with this one. Still has the roof rack, which I think is pretty unique for one of these clamshell wagons. If you don't know about these, basically the glass kind of goes up this way and the tailgate kind of goes this way. So kind of an unusual. Let's see if I can get the thing to unlatch. Nope, nothing happening there. Someone already smashed the rear glass. I'm guessing they were trying to get the back open and couldn't figure out how to make it work. But if you look, you can see the channel, like where the glass actually goes up into the roof. So kind of a really unusual design for back then. And the latch is right here. Not a lot of these left. I mean, realistically, this one had a tow hitch on it, so they probably had the big small block for towing. This side looks pretty well smashed in. I think that's older damage. I don't think that's from the junkyard forklift, so that's probably old damage. But kind of a rare car. A lot of these actually met their doom at the demolition derby. These were considered to be pretty indestructible cars for demolition derby. So that's why there's really hardly any of these left, of these full-size 70s Chevy and GM wagons. But someone would have saved? Maybe not. It's pretty rough. But still, a very interesting and a very rare station wagon right here at a self-service yard in 2020. Here's another one that popped up this morning at the same time as the Kingswood wagon. This is it's 4-cylinder, but it's a Fox body Mustang 1987 convertible. But the odd thing about this is it's super straight. So, you know, I know these people are starting to fix these up. I realize the 5.0 is probably more desirable. It looks very much like my 95.0. No leather interior, though. It's got cloth seats. And it looks like it had, this was a manual transmission car, I think. So that's kind of, look, sick. There you go, 3 pedals. It's a manual transmission, 4-cylinder car. Shows 59,000. Guessing it's 159,000. But, you know, those 4-cylinders are pretty reliable. Still, I mean, someone might have jumped on this one, you know, to redo it. You know, there's a lot of guys do engine swaps on the Fox bodies. But it's not rusty, and it's pretty darn straight. So it's kind of, you know, these days it's unusual to see one so straight and rust-free and original at the wrecking yard. Usually when you see them winding up here, they're pretty trashed, and they've had a lot of stuff done to them. So kind of cool, but definitely a neat rad era Mustang convertible. Here's the real creature from the Black Lagoon. This thing looks like it was left underwater. It's a 1973 Ford Pinto. It's like the tetanus edition. If you look, it's got like a lot of rust, especially for something you see in California. So I'm going to be really careful with the hood here, trying to miss the rust if I can. Has the 4-cylinder engine. It's like some of the bits have been robbed off of it. And look, even, ooh, wow. Like this thing, no, they weren't going to save this car. This thing looks like it was buried in the ocean or something and probably should have been left there. I don't see a lot of good parts coming off of this one, to be honest with you. It's toast. This was actually, I think, a runabout. So if you look at, it's like a runabout Sportback. So if you look at the cool hatchback that's completely destroyed along with the rest of the car. Wow. Very, very crusty. Look at that. Everything's just baked. So it looks baked. And wow, nothing left of the floors. Yeah, it looks completely baked, but it's also rusty. So kind of unusual. Was it in the desert? Was it the bottom of the sea? Living with SpongeBob? Who knows? This one actually comes with its own lucky horseshoe, which didn't help this car at all. And definitely like a malaise, budget compact car that's seen much, much better days. Ironically, the taillights are still there. This one's actually in good shape. And they also use those on Mavericks as well. Yeah, I don't know what to say about it. It's interesting to see because you don't see a lot of Ford Pintos popping up at the self-service yards these days. But here's one nonetheless. Oh, it even has a second lucky horseshoe. So it had double the luck, but it didn't do it any good. So it's a crispy critter, and it's finally met its demise here at the self-service wrecking yard. Okay, late 70s, second gen Camaro F-body. Once again, I mean, I think we had one of these, we had an F-body, a Firebird in our last video, and I know we had a couple of videos ago, we had a Z28, like a 79. This one's not a Z28. It's probably like more of a base model. I don't know if it's a Berlinetta or one of those, but it's definitely seen better days. It does have a V8 in it, and it did have a spoiler at one time. But if you look, it's got a lot of rust right here, and just like completely caked on Bondo. Someone just really, really went to town with the Bondo on this car. So a lot of bad botched body work over the years, and it's really did this car in. Of course, someone got all the gauges and all that good stuff that you could probably resell on eBay. So that stuff's all gone. It's an automatic car, so nothing fancy like a stick. But you can see this is where the spoilers go, including on the corners. Oh, look at this glob of Bondo. Wow. Like, wow. Somebody just had no clue how to do body work, yet they were still sent to attack this poor Camaro. Check it out. You can see this thing's been hit hard, really hard in the back. The whole support there, bumper support's completely bent in. Would have been saved? Oh, hell no. Would have been cool to see it being used as like a dirt track car or something like that. Or yeah, that would have been cool. Or a 24 Hours of Lemons car. It might have been used for that, especially if someone put it on like Craigslist or Facebook Marketplace. It probably would have been snapped up for some sort of purpose like that. Just a real crusty car. Looks like it sat many, many years. Really sad because, these Camaros just aren't that common anymore. But interesting to see at the wrecking yard nonetheless.
All right, so that's going to wrap things up for Volume 9 of What the F Is That Doing in the Junkyard. I'm off to the Grand National Roadster Show this Friday, so I'll be filming that and posting it on my channel. Of course, I'm doing all kinds of different stuff. I got more of the Car Culture Landmark series in the works. If you like what you see, be sure to like, subscribe, and comment as to what your favorite car was on this video. And as always, go back if you haven't watched the previous 8 volumes of What the F Is That Doing in the Junkyard. Be sure to click on the link. I'll leave a link in the description that'll take you to the full list of those videos. And until next time, I'll be seeing you.